Sup, Josh?
Test that. Oh, Jesus. Jesus Christ. Let me stop playing. Can you guys hear me? Can anybody hear me? Hello. I forgot what we were doing. Let's run this back. What are we doing? The Game Awards. The Game Awards prediction. Welcome to my tiny, humble little podcast there. I definitely appreciate anybody that stops by or finds this video and watches it for more than 3 minutes. Um,
Audio is good.
Great. Yeah. So what I'm going to try to do is do like these little 30-minute sessions. Maybe not. Sometimes have people because everyone has a busy schedule, and I get it. But I want to keep it at 30 minutes because really it's a personal discussion amongst friends and stuff like that. So what I wanted to talk about actually, because there's three things that I want to talk about. Obviously, from the title, it should basically tell you is the Game Award shows and what they are going to have. Just your predictions. And I am so even if it comes out like let's say it comes out and everything like that. Still, let me know what you believe the Game Awards to be. Now, what I'm going to do here, and I guess I should have been prepared. I was kind of looking at their nominations and stuff like that, and let's see here. And you know what the funny thing is? Because I'll state this. I believe that the what's going to happen with the Game Awards is that it's going to reveal how much people can get paid off. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's not how much. I mean, obviously, I'm not saying that Death Stranding is going to be a win guaranteed. I mean, it will be so funny because of, the content that you would get for having that uproar and shit like that. But I mean, for me, like, who chose the games? Who did that? You know what I'm saying? Who chose the games? And it just makes me think like, okay, did anyone have a say in it? Is this whose personal choice the Game Awards these games were in the Game Awards? You know what I mean? My personal beliefs on what it is. Let me see here. I'm gonna do the nominations here. Nominee, nominees, nominees, nominees. Hmm. Where and when to watch shows and an announcement. Um, hmm. The funny thing is, I was kind of looking at too what I'll put it like this. I'm going to scrap the previous giveaway, right? And I want people to tell me, and do I want to do that? Do I want to do that? I feel like I shouldn't do that. Because if I do set up a giveaway for who is going to be Game of the Year, uh, mm, because nobody's going to find this video really in time. The channel's not large enough, so I'll put a hold on there. Anyway, let me talk about this shit. So we got Game of the Year nominations, which is Control, Death Stranding, Smash Brothers, which will never be a fighting game. I mean, it'd be very shocking to me if it was a fighting game. Resident Evil 2, Shakiro, and then the Outer Worlds. So here's the thing: you got Death Stranding, which is on the PlayStation 4 camp, and you got the Outer Worlds, which is on the Microsoft camp. This Game Awards section, they can go about it two ways because I mean, three ways. If they go about it with the Death Stranding, then people are going to say that Sony has paid them off. If they go with it with the Outer Worlds, they're going to say that Microsoft paid them off. So you either have to pick Resident Evil 2 or Shakiro's Die Twice or Shadows Die Twice. I don't think it's going to be Resident Evil 2 because it's a remake. You know what I'm saying? It's a good game, but it's similar to the other. It's a remake. I don't think remakes really. It's not a personal belief, It is a personal belief. I'll say that it is a personal belief. But what I think personally,
Or control, haha.
shit, I forgot to say that. Um, I'll put it like this. You know what? Now we got two people that are in this chat room. If you can guess the game of the year, whoever guesses it first within this thing will get next month's giveaway. I'll put it that way. Share this video, by the way. Share the video. Leave your comments. I'm gonna screenshot it too. So whoever says whatever, and I'm in the U.S., so if I'll try to send it the best that I can. But share the oh my shit, but oh my item is shipped. Cool. Anyway, share the video as much as you can on Twitter. Find the video, share
I'll
it,
say
whatever it
Outer
takes.
Worlds.
Outer Worlds. All right, cool. We got Outer Worlds. We got Outer Worlds. Um, I don't think that we know that Smash Brothers is not going to get it because no fighting game has gotten it, no matter how good it is. Personally, Mortal Kombat 10 should have gotten some sort of Game of the War Game of the Year edition. All right. Thank you, viewer. Thank you for joining in. There is a giveaway. If you can guess the game of the year in this video, I'll screenshot it. And you'll be the one that will win 20 bucks in PSN money for next month. Just email me. Send it on my Twitter. Twitter. AllThingsSony. Send it on my Twitter. DM my Twitter. Make sure you follow the channel to be eligible for it. Either way, I don't see how they can do Death Stranding. They can do it. They can do Death Stranding, but it would be so funny if they do it. But I feel like there's gonna be so many people. Oh, Jeff Keighley, he paid for it, or he was going to do it anyway. You pick Outer Worlds. Oh, Microsoft paid them off. Like I said before, Resident Evil is a remake. I don't feel like they're going to do that. There's Control. I don't think it's a strong enough candidate to be Game of the Year, especially with those games. I don't think Control can stand up against any of them, really. Outer Worlds, it can't do that. Sekiro can't do that. Resident Evil can't do that. It can't stand up to it. It cannot stand up to it. That being said, if they want to play it safe, then they would pick Sekiro's Shadow Die Twice if they want to play it safe. That way, no one's being paid to do anything, and you don't piss off the community by saying that, oh, Death Stranding, Jeff Keighley was so far up of Kojima's ass, then that's the only reason why it was chosen. Control is just not a strong candidate. It just isn't. It's not. It's not. I don't care what anybody says. It's not. Like, let's be 150% real here. And I'm looking at, okay, so best game direction. I don't know what that means, though. Best game direction, like what is that supposed to signify? I don't know what that signifies. They got Control, Death Stranding, Resident Evil, Sekiro, and the Outer Worlds. I am very curious to see what that signifies. I don't know what the fuck that means. I'm also going to do, like, right after the stream, whenever the Ghost of Tsushima comes out, I'm gonna do like a live reaction with that one. So I don't know what the fuck that's gonna be. I have that shit in my back pocket, but I'm not waiting 3 hours for this Game Awards show. I don't really care enough about it. I just want the fucking previews. Give me those. I'll take that shit. That being said, they say that best art direction, Control, Death Stranding. I don't know what the fuck that is. Garrus, Sayonara Heart, Shakiro's that. I'm gonna say Zelda. Zelda most likely. Zelda is what it is. But that's anyway. So that's the Game Awards. Let me know your prediction on what the fuck was I doing here? What's this? Okay. Sony future plans. We're gonna move on to that one because we want to keep this shit 30 minutes. A nice little quick gaming quickie. Quickies are always good. That being said, let's move on to that one. We already talked about it nauseum. If you're still in the chat, go to my Twitter, AllThingsSony, and let me know what you think the game of the year would be. If you can guess that shit, if it turns out to be right for January, I'll give you the $20 gift card. All right, cool. I thought a lot about this as to what Sony is doing and the whole debacle with the MLB. Crazy fucking debacle. Everybody was fucking up in arms. I've already said this in one of my videos as to why why it happened. They literally told you there was an agreement that was done with them. You know what I'm saying? With the MLB. Agreements means negotiations. Anytime you see anything with an agreement, it means that two parties or more negotiated with something. Do you really think Sony had control over that? Let's say, because it was up to the MLB to give Sony the license anyway, even though they were making money regardless. What if EA positioned it to be like, okay, I'll take whatever little, whatever you ask for. In exchange, I'm going to make this shit multi-platform. What happens if they said that? And then they say, think about all the money you can get. You got the PlayStation, you got the Xbox, you got PC, you got Switch. All with the microtransactions, you can make so much money. What are you supposed to do? So I guess MLB, when they did the negotiations, was like, listen, you make great games. Like, I get it. I totally understand what you're doing. But I want more out of it. I want more parties to experience, the MLB. But baseball is not global. It's not. It's straight. I mean, I know American football is like US, but it's not anywhere as strong as rabid fans as football. It's not. I dare you to contest that shit. The numbers don't lie. Yes, baseball is big, but football is way more. It's more serious in that regard. So, that's how I see that in particular. Now, what does that mean for Sony's plans? Sony explicitly said, that was cheap. I was playing this game and I almost fell because a bridge disappeared. I was like, you bitch. But anyway, so I was thinking, what does that have anything to do? Like Sean Layton, before he left, he basically stated what Sony's plans were. They are even looking to expand what they wanted to do with with their library. They got like what, 12 or 14 developers under them and probably counting. And what they are probably going to do, they want more people to experience it. And I thought locally, maybe they'll just release shit on PC. That's probably what they're going to do. They'll put it on PC, maybe the multiplayer portion, not the whole game, but just, play it safe. But it looks like Sony is a lot more, ambitious with what they're going to do. So we all know that Sony's, they're growing in terms of their gaming sector. And Sony is a publisher, and they've been publishing for PC for a long time. I don't know why they've been multi-platform in terms of like the shit that they used to do before. They had EverQuest, they had, just other games. They were releasing PSN games way back in the day. So we already knew what was going on with that. That's not anything new. So I guess the worry when they saw the MLB being exclusive was like they're going to do that with all of their games. Well, everything that is exclusive will never, I shouldn't say exclusive. Anything that is a brand always has some sort of exclusive content with it. You can't have it not exclusive. It doesn't make any sense to not have it exclusive. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, how would you differentiate yourself? How would you differentiate yourself from the competition? Well, you need to have something exclusive, but they still want to expand. So what I believe with the growing of their services, what I believe is going on is that you remember back in the day they had the A and B team. Even with Anthem, they had an A and B team and shit like that. So what I believe is going to happen is that they're going to have an A, B, and C team. So the A will do the primary studio's title. B will do like a secondary thing. So if you don't know, with Insomniac, Spider-Man is priority, like top priority. Ratchet and Clank would be a B team type thing. And then I think they're going to create like a C team. And this C team is going to deal with multiplayer or microtransactions, and it's going to deal with multiplats. This generation in the past 6 years have evolved so quickly it made my head like spin. I did not understand what was going on with this generation. Things that I've never imagined happened this generation. I just couldn't see it. That's just like God of War, by the way. And this is an old ass game, so God of War copied. Anyway, I couldn't fathom the changes that they were going to make, the cross play, and all this other shit that they were going to do. Having games being released, other multiplats.
Control Game of the Year.
Huh? It didn't start yet. Don't play with me. Oh, shit, I'm just fumbling over shit. Hold on, wait a minute. Control is not Game of the Year. Shut your mouth. You chose Control, so if you chose Control, and if you got Control, like if it is Game of the Year, then I'm definitely DM my Twitter, which is AllThingsSony, and you'll get a $20 PSN code if you are right.
It's not.
So either way, what's going on, Alex? That being said, that's the new, like, that's January's giveaway. January's giveaway is basically within this particular podcast. Do it that way. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm talking about exactly, because I'm keeping this
really
shit.
Done.
I'm keeping this live podcast. I'm keeping this shit short. I'm keeping it 30 minutes.
T-Care.
What? T-Care? What are you talking about? Oh, I guess it started. Let me see here. I really don't care. Oh, what I was talking about before was what Sony's doing, what Sony's plans are. So just a recap for the new viewers is basically, Sony has always been like they did little bits and little things here and there with releasing titles that are supposedly exclusive shit that they've made on either PC. You know, it was mostly PC, but like I said before, I didn't know that they were going all out this generation. There are a lot of things this generation I had no idea that they were going to really do. It shocked me. It absolutely shocked me as to what, you know, has happened this generation. So what I think that Sony is going to be doing is they're going to have an A and B team. And again, I'll repeat this. We all know I
have to go to work, so I'll probably miss most of it.
I'm not going to watch this 3 hours, bitch. I got fucking shit to play. And I'm not watching that shit. But I'll do like a live reaction for Ghost of Tsushima. I'll definitely do that. But I'm not watching 3 hours of this fucking... I don't really care either about the Game Awards. But it is entertaining to be broadcasting shit like this on YouTube and stuff like that. It's entertaining. So that
3 hours, damn.
Yeah, 3 hours. I'm not watching all that shit. Absolutely not. That's too much. That's too much. What do you like? What awards? I went online as I was going to do this shit earlier, and I kept trying to find out when it was going to be. It's too long. It's too much. So either way, what I was saying is this: Sony would probably
I'll just watch the game trailers afterwards.
Right, exactly. Keep that shit moving. That's what I'm gonna do. I'll do a live, like when I see it being. I may play it in the background a little bit. May have my laptop running. So I could look down, and I may like cancel my. Actually, I don't need to cancel shit because I have a Twitch account and I can do both. That being said, what I was saying before is that
I'm watching this with some friends just for the memes.
It's so good because it's going to be like this is perfect troll shit. This is perfect, like this trolling that you could do with this. It's amazing. What I was saying is this, like for Spider-Man, for instance, right? Or for Insomniac. Insomniac have their A team, which is Spider-Man. Their B team is going to do Ratchet and Clank, and their C team, I think that Sony is going to create a C team, and this C team is going to basically be a platform game. It's not going to have like a crazy budget, but it's going to be enough to do microtransactions and be fun enough to have that Sony quality seal, right? Before we talk about the NPDs, because this is the last bit of the show, but basically it's 10 minutes left in this case. As I'm doing these like hot takes on these subjects and stuff like that. Damn, this is a pretty game. Anyway, before I move on,
Just in Resistance trilogy announced to be released on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Scarlet, and PC.
That should be funny. Would you guys, instead of worry about Sony being a multi-platform company, what you guys should really worry about is let me see what the message. I wrote this shit down as I was getting a Popeyes chicken sandwich, just like me being
Breaking
black.
news: Aloy is Jumia's girlfriend.
What's going on? What's going on, Almighty? Let me see here. What did I write? What you should be afraid of is what's like how much limitations.
We don't care what they do as long as we get bangers still.
Well, that's the problem. Is because I think the direction, especially with the. Did you guys hear about the YouTube shit? What they're doing with YouTube?
Aloy is more like a little sister.
She's a kissing cousin. Ooh, ooh. No. What you guys should be worried about, honestly, is how
What is going on with YouTube?
Oh, they can remove your video. They can remove your video if you offended somebody. I kid you not. That's the new terms of YouTube. So if you have a YouTube channel, if for any reason, and they keep it vague, if you offend somebody, you can have your video removed. Period. That's the end of it. That's what you guys should be worried about, because that shit is spreading like wildfire.
It is LGBT rules.
Right. That shit is spreading like wildfire. That's what you should be worried about, Sony. That avenue that Sony could take. Not trying to offend people. Stifling progression for progression. Things like that. That would be
Niggas
so detrimental.
need to play more games anyways.
And fucking sit down. Go somewhere and sit down. That's what niggas need to do. But that's my worry about Sony. That's my worry about Sony. It's, I mean, are you going to be so politically correct now? Like, all your games are going to have black, white, Indian, everything, even if it's out of context. You know what I'm saying? Or I can't say this.
The Game Awards is on in like 4 minutes. Let us see if it is worth watching.
Oh, this
I am gonna watch for sick humor.
This podcast is only going to be on for what? The next 8 minutes. This has been 30 minutes. I've been running this for 30 minutes, so it is what it is. But that's what I would be worried about. Political correctness. I will be worried about. I'll be worried about Sony doing that. That would freak me out if now you can't say this.
I know this hot bitch, didn't he say 1-4 instead of 14?
Yeah, she said 1-4.
The round table watching it?
I don't know. I have no idea. So my next subject is this, because I'm going to talk about the whole Sony may become politically correct next generation. The next thing I want to talk about is, let's see here. I had it saved up in this bitch. Is that November...
The Round Table Podcast isn't interested in the Game Awards.
I don't even know why they would be interested in it. But here's the thing, right? So now we're going to be talking about the November 2019 NPDs. This is what I specifically wanted to talk about. So let's get the obvious out the way, right? Let's talk about the top 10. The hardware went down a little bit from last year, which is, I'm going to get into the hardware, what they talk about with that
still
one.
exists?
Yes, it does. They just won't give any explicit numbers. So the top 10 it's November's, but for October. It came out in November. I'm like, wait, hold up. Hold the fuck up. So that doesn't make any sense. Let me go back to this one. What is this? November's. Okay. The top 10 is Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Because Matt Piscatella is capping for Microsoft now.
Yeah. Number 2 is Star Wars Jedi Fallen. So that's that. Number 3 and 4 is the Pokemon Sword, excuse me. And then number 5 is just the regular shield, because they have 2 and then they have a packet that has both. So 3 is one of the shield swords, Pokemon swords. Number 4 is the pack for both of them together. Number 5 is the other. Number 6 is Madden 20, which 2020. I'm so surprised it's still fucking selling. Number 8 is NBA 2020. Number 6 is Madden. Number 7 is Death Stranding. Number 8 is NBA. Number 9 is Need for Speed. And number 10 is Luigi's Mansion, right? Now, the first thing that's going to pop up in people's heads is, why the fuck is Death Stranding number 7? It's a flop. It's an absolute flop. That's why I wanted to talk about, right? What new IP do you know of can contest against a brand new back to form Call of Duty, the Call of Duty that started it all, as a remake? Not only that, a multi-billion-dollar franchise, which is Star Wars, and you have the Pokemon games, and then you have fucking Madden. How on earth can a new IP ever contest with that? There is no fucking way. Just so I just wanted to clear that air. I want to clear the air with that one, because I know a lot of people are just like, "Oh, Death Stranding was a flop and shit like that." No, not really. It's a brand new IP that was already shrouded in mystery, and then on top of that, it got terrible fucking reviews a week before the game released for no real reason. So that's the cause and culprit for that one.
Yo, Last of Us just got a new trailer.
Did it? Well, I'll be seeing that soon. I'm about to wrap this shit up. So, that being said,
the game has only been out for like a month.
You talking about Death Stranding, right? Even if I look at it like this, right? At the end of the day, it's a new IP. So I know you're gonna have a lot of fanboys that's gonna try to, oh, it's a flop, Sony shit. Definitely, it would. Death Stranding wouldn't have had this issue with multi-platform, which it kind of is. But you wouldn't have played it anyway, Xbox fanboys. Fuck niggas, you wouldn't have played it. But that being said, the hardware, Nintendo actually sold the most hardware out of all of the people. And I know there's a lot of Nintendo fanboys. I cannot stand them. I don't like them at all. I'm being honest. I don't like them. But it goes to show you, people forget that Nintendo Switch is not this current generation. It isn't. No matter how you slice it, it's not this current generation. It is new hardware that was released way earlier. That's just what it is, whether you believe this shit or not. Point blank, period. That being said, what is it? It goes to show you that there is an absolute exhaustion of current gen stuff. There is no software that's making the hardware sell. So it feels like when your hardware starts getting 90 million. When your hardware starts getting 90 million and shit like that, I feel like that's late, bro. What do you mean? Anyway, I feel like that's what happens. I feel like when you do shit like that.
Yo, Anthem just won Game of the Year.
Shut up! I don't like I'm this chatty bitch. Let me see here. So, yeah, that's what I believe. I mean, people are tired of the fucking hardware. They're sick of the hardware. That's what I believe is going on. They're tired of the hardware. It boils down to that. No one is we want new hardware. Will the Nintendo Switch sell as much as it is doing now when the PS5 comes out? I don't think so. Now that I'm looking at the numbers and shit, I really doubt it. I don't think it's going to sell like that. But Nintendo fanboys think that, I've read this shit online too. Oh my god. But now we're going to conclude our podcast. That was all I wanted to do. Thank you so much for viewing and dropping by. Let's see what these fucking Game Awards shit is. Let's see what it is. Because I mean, whatever. Okay, you said controls. I'm going to screenshot that. No, you said Outer Worlds.
All right, see you, boy.
All right, man. Let's see the Game Awards. See what the fuck this is.